and now we just put a 3/8 hole in there, and we have a 3/8 diameter shaft. Now that's why I said if I had a 375.5 thousandth reamer, I would use that. That would give me enough clearance, or even a 376,000 reamer. That would give me plenty of clearance to be able to fit this shaft in. So if we were any good and our measurements are correct, we shouldn't be able to fit in here, which I can't. Now I don't need that much clearance on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to lap this. Now what I have, or what I've made before, this is a knurled piece and tapped of 3/8 water hardening drill rod that is hardened. I hardened this piece. This here threaded piece is for interchangeable tips if I need a longer or wider diameter. Drill rod is very accurate, accurately ground. Let me see if I have a piece floating around here somewhere. Right here. It's a 3-foot length of water hardening drill rod. Now let me just show you. It's a 1/2 thousandth under. So it's it's very accurate diameters of stock. Now, like I said, it is hardened, so I don't have to worry about this really decreasing in diameter over time that I use it. And like I said, this is for different diameters if I need a bigger size. What we're going to do is we're going to lap this hole to size. I'm going to use good old valve grinding compound, just for engine valves. All it is a grease mix it up here a little bit so it's separated. Yeah, it's a light grease mixed with grit. So let's protect our head just in case we drip it anywhere. A little bit in our hole, a little on our rod. Doesn't take had to change batteries there. So anyway, we got that grit and everything in the hole. I have that bar in my tailstock. We're going to turn this in back gear, and we're not going to use the hand wheel feed. We're just going to slide the tailstock in there. Until we know we're out the other end. And we'll keep coming back. And we'll keep doing that and let it sit in there for a little bit. And then we can do it by hand, which is why I have the knurled part on here. And you notice that there's no handle to grab it. If you ever put this in and it slips, it's just going to roll around in your hand. It's not going to grab you and pull you in. Alright, now we can check the fit by hand here. Just to see what it feels like and how much pressure we have when we feed it in. You can see I can pull it in and out pretty easily. You can still pull it out pretty easily. I'm hitting a little bit of pressure right there, and that's on the back, right where it penetrates the back, right there. Just work it in and out a little bit, and as you do it, you'll feel it get looser and looser. go. Now it's pretty easy to get in and out of there just by hand. Let's check our fit on our shaft. What I want to do first though, I'm going to take this out, run a towel through it, make sure I get all that grit out of there. I got some acetone. I'll shake it in some acetone, make sure we got no grit in there. Alright, I rinsed this out with some acetone, blew it out with the air, wiped it all down. I got zero grit left in there. You can see if you can kind of see the finish that it makes on the inside of the hole. Nice and smooth, no tooling marks. I took a hand burr, just deburred both these edges, chamfered them a little bit. And here's our screw. Actually, it's technically going to be going in from this way. There we go, we fit in there nice. And there's not very much wobble in it at all, so we only have that, just the clearance enough to make this a sliding fit, and enough to have an oil film on there when we oil it. You can see it spins nice. It's not something that I recommend doing on the lathe all the time, but it can be done, and it comes with great results if you don't have the right reamer that you need. Alright, now we're going to have to turn this around in our chuck, grab it from this direction, and machine down to our thread collar. Actually, you know what? I'm lying. You know what we have to do first, or what I want to do first? I don't want to grab this by the threads when I thread this, so I'll put this back in the lathe this way, and I'm going to bore this diameter to be able to fit those collars. So let me set up to do that. Alright, I have to bore a register for the little spacer plate that's going to be screwed here and here to clamp down onto those bearings. That's going to be 125 thousandths deep, and I'm going to leave 100,000 lip on the edge of this. That'll give me enough room to be able to put the screw in and countersink it without it hitting the edge, and still give me enough meat on the edge of this to not break through anything. So I have my dial indicator set up just like before on my carriage, right here, and that's how I'm going to get my 125,000 depth. So there's my touch. I'm going to set my 0. We'll take 30 at a time. Just want to see something. 184. .184. This distance here is going to be where our bolts are going to go. So like I said, if I have 100,000th on the edge here, that'll give me enough room to drill and tap my bolts and countersink them, or screws rather. See how close we are. That's good there. Take another 30. Got a little lip there that'll straighten them all out once I'm done. Another 30. Another 30. And then the last 5,000. This one I'm going to feed really slow, just so I don't have minimize the tool bit flex and get the best finish I can. This is a sharp nose tool. It's got a very good, very sharp point on it, so I can get into a corner. So we're not going to get a perfectly smooth finish, but you should get an acceptable finish. A little bit of chatter towards the end there. Alrighty. Unlock my carriage. There we go. Not a bad finish there. Let's see what we got for about 100,000 there. Just slightly under. Like I said, that's not really a critical diameter. More worried about depth of cut than anything. Yep. cross slides in the way here. Hang on. Make sure everything's nice and square, or as square as I can get it. This is just a little bit of an estimate here. I don't know if you can see that. 126.5 or so. So we're within where we need to be. Now I need to create the clearance for my bearing to fit into here. Let's go ahead and do that. I believe this is 920 thousandths or so. $923. So let me start on that in a second here. All right. Set my 0 on my dial. Take a 30 thousandths cut. I'm gonna have to go about 400 thousandths in. Alright, let's see where we're at. About another 100 thousandths diameter to go. Back to the same spot on my indicator. Pretty close. About a hair more. If you want this to slide in and not bind, you need a little bit of spin and wiggle room with this. And right there. There it is. That fits in there nice. So now I'm going to carry that diameter in 400 thousandths and see where we end up. Alright, we finished everything up. Here's our finished bore. Our plate's going to sit here to sandwich everything together. Our bearing's going to ride in this diameter, and that little register collar is going to ride in that tiny divot there. So here's everything here. Now, like I said, I added 100 thousandths to this. So if everything came out right and all my measurements are right, the end of this thread relief should be even, or roughly even, with the end of this. So everything fits in there. We're a little proud on this surface, which we want, because the plate that we're going to put over here is going to sandwich our bearings together, and that's what's going to adjust the pressure on the bearings. And there you go. That collar's right even with where we need to be. No slop as far as wiggle goes. Let's see if we can hold this as steady as possible. That's the only wiggle that you have in it. Little tiny bit of play, which you need for those bearings to go free. And everything turns nice. So now we have to turn this around in our chuck, machine this down to match this diameter, and continue down to our thread diameter. Now I can't, my fingers on my chuck jaws, I can't just grab the piece and push it up against this collar to locate it, because I have to go all the way down to here. I'm going to hit my jaws, so I have to hold it out somewhere along here. Now that spacer that I made is no longer going to work because our diameter is different here, but I'll show you how, or an easy way that we're going to locate this.